So I'd like to welcome you to the special town board meeting, for January 23rd. Ask everybody to stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's see, let me interrupt you. They didn't put the abstract of claims here for you to read.
Okay.
Put it on the docket.
So we can read it.
Is this it? Oh, thank you.
Okay. Councilman Myers is out of town and will not be here. As for an agenda approval, the only adjustment I need to make to the agenda is we have Jeff Ritter here from the Water Pollution Control Center on an emergency repair at the Power Authority that needs to be discussed. So with that, I'd ask for a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
A motion to approve as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Abstract of claims, Councilman Morial.
Okay, we're January 23rd, 2025. I move to approve the regular abstract of claims, number 24-03627 through 24-03716-2024, $337,449.76. Then we have 25-00001 through 25-00133, 2025, for $979,658.43, and recommend total payment in the amount of $1,317,108.19, plus a post audit of $17,469.17, 2024. That's a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And now we'll turn it over to Jeff Ritter.
Everybody,
Yeah, that's, but.
I think everybody knows we've got a leaking pipe at the Power Authority. This is the proposal. We've gone out to 4 different bidders. 3 of them, is you got the one for 129?
Yeah.
Thank you.
First off, I wanted to let everybody know kind of where this is. Can you guys see that all right?
Yeah.
Because I could always unplug this and bring it up and set it right in front of you.
No, that's good.
Okay, this is on 104 Old Lewiston Road, right halfway between where the dam is, about the worst possible place that you could have a pipe leak. The thing is, this pipe, and Steve was down there with us the last time that we had gone down, underneath this road is just this cavernous area, and a 24-inch sewer pipe runs along the ceiling. So I will endeavor to try and show where that is. This is a map. It's kind of hard to make out, but where you see the yellow there, where it says leak, that's along right about the center of the dam. And this is just from looking at it on the outside. This is a picture of the College Heights pump station. Does everybody know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the College Heights pump station is on one side of this pipe, and Old Lewiston Road is on the other. And this is the area that that this pipe traverses here, underneath, right underneath the road. So, yeah, the manhole that we're going to be having to work out of is right around in this area right there, and that's Canada in the background. Old Lewiston Pump Station to the right over the hill there. I took this picture of it just in case, because everybody's seen this angle of it. when you drive by.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's between the two, those pump stations. This is inside. You can see, Ryan here is pointing to the ceiling, and you can't really see, but there's a 24-inch pipe that's right along the very top of the ceiling and going through all of the walls. Now, it's hard to see there, but there's a concrete box that's made of cinder blocks that the pipe goes into and comes out of, okay? That cinder blocks box goes all the way up to the road panel, the road decking on 104, so that would be opened up and you would look in and you would see a T. Now, our pipe, it's hard to make it out, but it runs in one side of the box, it goes through the wall on the other. There is water pouring out onto the floor. It's hard to make out, but let's see. My cursor. Here's the water again, pouring out. It's hard to see. Sorry about this. But it's going out onto the floor, and it's becoming not only it's a nuisance, but some of the workers there are saying it's a health concern, and not only is it a health concern, but on the other side of this wall, it is also coming out. And I'm going to show you some insulators here. It's all behind a cage. Look at the size of those insulators. That's a 350 kilovolt line. Apparently, if that shorts out, the whole state will know about it.
Jeff, is
Yes.
that, water, that standing water that's coming from the leak?
Yes.
Okay.
And that can't be addressed until April. They only close that line down one time a year. It's an international line between the United States and Canada.
This is from standing on 104, looking inside of the cinder block box that we were looking at underneath in the previous photos. That is I believe an 18-inch access way to a 24-inch pipe. All of the work that needs to be done has to go through that hole, okay?
What, are they gonna just line it, Jeff? Is that what they're
Well, we're gonna line, it's gonna end up being a small portion, okay? The pipe looks pretty good, and I'm gonna show you in a minute. Right on each side of those, those cinder block walls seems to be, where it is eaten through, because it's been, I don't know if it's exposed to the block or what it is, but this is the actual exploration. The pipe is 24, not 18. But this is what it looks like when we put a camera in the line. It's kind of hard to pick a lot of stuff out, but that pipe is in good shape, except for right along where the joints are. You can see where there's some fatigue there, and we believe that is where the leak is coming from. The thing is, the people that we want to contract, they're gonna have their own camera, their own cleaning, okay, and they're gonna do more than narrow it down. They think they know exactly where the leak is.
Now, in a few years, when they redo the power authority, is that gonna all be replaced then?
Yes.
So this is a temporary until they do.
Well, they're thinking, Steve, what was it, 5 years?
27.
27. So, 2 or 3 years, we're gonna put a whole new pipe in. They're gonna pull all that decking, and I guess that's slated to happen anyways. They were planning on replacing all this. So we looked to see what, you know, how much this was gonna be, and, there was a couple of companies that didn't even wanna touch it. National Water Main, they never even got back to us. They wanted us to do a lot of work like removing that T, okay? And if you can imagine what it would be like to weld that back into place, okay, you're gonna have a guy hang upside down with a mirror trying to weld this pipe back in place. So,
That's a cast iron pipe?
it's steel. This gives you an idea of what our camera does as well, when it investigates the pipe. And for the most part, that pipe is in decent shape. Except for, obviously, where it's leaking. So that's about all I have for my presentation.
So you just need approval on this, then they want you to go ahead and get on the application.
Well, yeah, you know, Steve was, talking about some different ways to possibly fund it.
Did I listen, did you mention the dollar figure?
There's, it's on the bids.
It's about $130,000, John.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, trenchless today is who you wanna go with, right?
Yes.
It's at $129,631.
Okay, and then what would be the, start date and how long do they think it will take?
Well, we just, I just received an email from them, this morning, and they said they could possibly start on it next week. They wanna book a week to do it, but they think that we can have it done in a couple of days.
Okay, and then is there any mitigation, that's happening right now to help, I don't know how you need to divert that water or at least to keep it out of that?
Well, we can do that. We can, we go to the College Heights pump station and we plug it off, and then we'll use our vacuum truck to take the water from there and ferry it all the way down to the old Lewiston Road pump station and dump it there.
Okay, so that
So
would
we
be like a
can-
mitigation between
We can
before they
completely
can.
isolate that line.
Okay, cause I'm just thinking that if that water continues to leak, you don't wanna have an issue where it totally, gets into that.
Well, it's gotta be dried up,
Yeah.
for them to work on it. So they know how to plug it and they know how to dry the pipe up. That's what they do, right?
Okay,
They just have to know that the water's gonna be going somewhere. We have to know
Yeah.
where the water's gonna be going. So, we'll be able to handle that, and even if our vacuum truck couldn't handle it, I could have a tank brought out there.
at least just to make it safe until the repair can happen.
Yeah, well, you know, you can't repair the line with any water going through it.
And then when the new pipe gets put in, if I'm here or who's ever here, they need to put, it's their liability after they redo, we have to get something right, that's where, that's kind of.
Well, Steve asked me to look, and I really haven't had a chance to look, or,
I mean, we didn't encase that pipe.
no.
I don't
But
even know
just
anything.
like everything else, when a contractor builds it, we inspect it and it gets dedicated to the town. However, I don't know if that ever happened with Power Authority pipe,
Right.
so I didn't get a chance to, after I talked to Steve, to, reach out to some people that might know, okay, who owns the pipe, or if, the town took responsibility for it after it was, built.
So worst case scenario is we pay $129,000. There could be some negotiations with the power authority, but this is an emergency situation. If the water was leaking as bad on the north side as it is on the south side, and shorted out that,
Oh, yeah.
it could be a major incident. This is an emergency situation, so, I can make the motion. I make a motion that we approve trenchless today at $129,631 to get in there, repair it, and, pay for it out of H97. I just talked to Jackie, and, that'll be a motion.
Is it H97, the Power Authority money?
No, yes, yeah, well, it's infrastructure, but it comes from the power authority.
I'll second that motion.
So you have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
of it. As far as that, concrete support column, are they going to be taking, busting out material around that pipe to be able to get the T in, or are they able to do the work right inside of it?
Well, they're gonna have to, there's another T that's down a ways, they'll have to be able to get into that as well, which they've already looked at. And they do all of their work through that T. Or what they'll do is they'll take, fiberglass, okay, and like a blanket, all right, and they'll stick it in there, and they'll be able to inflate this blanket to where it hits the outsides of the pipe. Then they use ultraviolet light, in this
Oh,
case,
that's the hardening.
or steam, yes, and it will cure it, and it takes like very little time to do it, and it will make it watertight.
Okay, so they're not actually removing the T, they're just repairing.
Some of the other contractors wanted us to remove the T.
Okay,
So these people, and we questioned them a bunch of times. In fact, I've even got it on tape where the guy said, no, we can do it. The guy drove out from Albany to look at it, so he knows exactly what he's getting into. Without removing the T, the job will go twice as fast.
okay, and then I have just another question. As far as the erosion around that support, does that interfere with the integrity of that post? As far, cause I am assuming that post helps to also keep that road up. Is there an issue as far as like structural integrity?
No, I would say no. And that pipe is all slated to be in 27,
Yeah, so,
to be
yeah,
removed.
understandable. I just wanna make sure that it's safe as far as.
It's safe, except for the
except
water
for the
that's leaking
water.
out of it, right?
I just structurally and.
You
those
know,
other
and it's
issues.
been there, I don't know how long that pipe has even been there, since they built the
58 to
place.
61 was the construction of the first opening, so
Yeah.
it was in that age. So.
Yeah. So that pipe is, it's old.
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
so.
In
pipe years. In pipe
Oh,
years.
okay, we're good.
Alright.
5 years.
Jeff, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
So none of this is actually gonna be welded, it's done with all fiberglass?
Yes,
And then do they guarantee the work after?
yes,
So how long is the warranty?
I don't know.
I'm hoping it's 5 years.
Well, the leak, it wouldn't be, if it's a trickle, we'll be okay.
Well, that's.
You know what I mean?
Yes, we
But
have
we
degrees
wanna get
that
our
will
money's
accept.
worth, we want this thing to be solved, okay? But the main thing is not interfering with, any kind of electrical, distribution,
Oh,
obviously.
absolutely, power generation.
Some of the other thing is they have a union shop, and, a lot of the guys are, thinking that it's a health issue, having, untreated wastewater coming out of the pipe
Yeah.
down and pooling up, so. The power authority has a vacuum truck and has a company there that's constantly cleaning this mess up.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, yeah, it's good, but the water also ends up finding its way down a drain and making its way out into the river. So that's also, it's untreated wastewater, so
Yeah,
that's why I let the DEC know. And I have not put it out there yet for the power authority or anybody else to let them know that we're gonna be starting this project, so, I'll probably do that after this meeting.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Do appreciate it.
So with that, our next board meeting, our town board meeting is January 27th at 6 p.m. It's this Monday night, and I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?